Okay, guys, welcome back for part two. Now we're going to just review and revise what we shared before the break. All right. Okay. Okay. So, cut it. I got your question. It's a very good question. Some cash market is 24 hours. So how do we know the OP and the closing price for this? Excellent. Now, first thing first itself, right? The reason why we use AIMS is because we need to put everybody on the same place. Right, so that well, OP and the closing price are all identical. Now, if you're using another house, maybe the opening price is a bit 1 hour later or 1 hour earlier. It is all depending. Now, the reason why I chose AIMS is because they use the same global timing for what you see. Example, right? Give you the best example. If you on CNBC at 6 a.m. sharp tomorrow, on Monday, CNBC, Martin Song and the guy, his friend, I can't remember his name, will come online to talk about the market at 6 a.m. sharp, right? So you notice that AIMS itself will also has the 000 hour MT4 starting at that time. Can I understand this? Yes. So because of that itself, right, we know that AIMS is using the same universal timing that everybody should be using. You see Reuters, you see Bloomberg, they also use the 6 a.m. clock to start the day itself. Yeah, you understand this? So that's why for the 24 hours market, right, the timing is also taking as that. So it's GMT plus 5 for that itself. Yeah. Okay. So this one, just take note. Okay. So everybody, if you want to know the MLP of the day, there's two ways to look at it. Once you open the AIMS account. Two, you use the app or the desktop version to know where's the MLP of the day. So all of us have to use the same MLP. If not, there'll be chaos. All right, hope I answered you that question. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look on Dow Jones on Thursday, Friday because of the thing. Okay, let me just show to you the chart right now. Okay, so this is the MLP of the Wednesday MLP for Thursday market, which you can see over here. All right. Okay. All right. So what happened? You can see the market once it goes below the MLP, right, it start to sell. And then after that, when it breaks the OP of the day, wow, look at the selling was very heavy. So that's the thing here. We need to take note of that. Right. So once the market is below MLP and below OP, it's a very strong sell signal. And of course, if you see this and it comes together with the diamond, if it's there, wait a look. Oh gosh, you can see the power of this. Now I'm jumping a gun because I know some of you already know what's a diamond, but those who doesn't know, don't worry. You can see that there's a diamond over here, right? Can you see that? A diamond. So you must draw a line across it, right? And you notice that the market stays below the line and became a CCYR. Can you see that? A CCYR. So it's below the diamond line and then it's a CCYR. That's why the market sell. And once it breaks the MLP here, oh gosh, that was first sell signal. And then when you break the opening price, oh gosh, that's a very strong sell signal. So you can see I'm putting them together, and let you understand the power of OP rule and the power of MLP rule. And of course, it comes with diamond, that will be the best of the best. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 11. Okay, so we have covered what is OP rule. We have covered what is MLP. We have covered the red and yellow candle. So we're going to cover the next topic. It will be this one, which is the daily KTR. What is daily KTR? Okay, let me explain to you right now. Okay. Okay, can y'all see my whiteboard? Can you see on my whiteboard? Yes, completely white screen. Can see? Okay, excellent. Okay, so now why I using whiteboard, right? So I can draw this better for all of y'all, yeah? Okay, so the market itself, right? Once the market opens, okay, it will go up, it will go down. This one is quite expected, yeah? No, it's very simple thing. The thing is this, I kind of realized that there's a mathematic formula for this. So what I did was I take the opening price of the day, okay, I multiply by a formula, and the formula is all right. This formula has a parameter for every different market. And then from there it's all right. I created this thing called the standard deviation of the market. Standard deviation, yeah? Let me just write it down. Okay, standard deviation. Okay, this standard deviation means that once the market stays above OP, there must be a 90% chance, 85% chance, 80 to 85% chance that it will go up. So in order to buy, it has to be a CCRY, okay, of the intraday. This intraday, 5 minute chart, M5, okay. So if it goes down below OP, right, it will go down and there must be a 80 to 85% chance that it will hit this number. So this number, we call it as KTR plus 1 or KTR minus 1. Now, sorry for my hand drawing because it's drawing through mouse. It's not easy. But the concept is very simple. You don't need to calculate anything. You just have to remember the house rule that I just mentioned. When the market is above OP, when the market is above OP, we will look to buy CCRY. So to sell, obviously with CCYR. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press the next number, number 12. If all clear, press number 12. Okay, thank you very much. Now, to go to the next level, it will go up again, and that will go to KTR plus 2. If we go up again, it will go to KTR plus 3. But the difference is the probability will go down. This will be 60 to 65%. And this is only 40 to 45%. Okay? All right. So, of course, to make money every single day, the best way is to trade with one key rule. Above OP, CCRY, and target KTR plus 1 for buy. Or below OP, CCYR, right? Sell the market and target KTR minus 1. Now, by doing that itself, right, you have a very good chance to make daily bread. Daily bread. Okay, so now with that understanding, we will look at the charts right now to see this. Okay. Hey everyone, can you see my chart right now? Can you see right my charts? Okay, can you see? Bernard, can you see? Okay, all right. Okay, so the reason why I'm asking this because I need y'all to read my eyes. Yeah, I can see that of course, but then I need y'all to verify. Okay, so now let's just take a look. How would you have done and trade? Yeah. Okay. So this is the start of the day opening price. Now the market now is above OP, right? Can you see that? Okay. So although here got no CCRY, because the CCRY came earlier here itself. But as long as the market is above OP of the day, you can choose to buy. Now, usually I don't encourage you to buy so early in the morning, but nowadays go crazy. Once start the day, they go. Okay, so what happened during the day? Take a look. The market now opens and the already is yellow color. Can I buy? Yes. Then where's my first target? KTR plus one. Can you see right now? Oh my God, amazing, right? Now the KTR plus one, you don't need to do anything. It's all calculated for you in the morning. So you see, this is where I will buy. And this is where I will sell to take profit. And truth be told, the market in 25 minutes given me the profit already. Within 25 minutes, the market has given me the profit. And the next thing is you notice the market closed below the KTR plus one. So when it closed below KTR plus one, that means there's no intention for it to travel to KTR plus two. So don't be smart and think I can buy. Now this one, the next statement is very important. Please listen. The market opens here, right? The market shoot up to KTR plus one, right? Okay, so the first standard deviation has been given. So now, if you trade anything from here, this area here, if you trade, you're wasting your time. Do you know why? Because number one, the market has already risen above OP. Number two, the market already triggered KTR plus one, given profit already. Number three, the market is now trading between KTR plus one to OP. That means anywhere you trade here, your chance of winning will be very, very low. Do you understand? All right. If you understand this, press number 13 right now. This is a very important thing. I repeat myself the third time. The market has risen above OP, which you should buy. The market go to KTR plus one, already given profit. So now from KTR plus one to OP now, if you buy anywhere here, your chance of winning is very, very low. Do not even buy around this area because the market is retreating. There's no excitement to make money from the market. Okay? So when can I buy again if I really want to buy? Then the market must come back to the OP again, which like this, and redo the same thing, a CCRY. Then the market could be going to KTR plus one again. So this area you don't trade because the market didn't trigger any technical point. Only this area here, the market had purposely triggered the technical point called OP and then did a CCRY over there. Then the market really goes up. But the market goes very near to KTR plus one, very near, and then pull back immediately. Why? Because the KTR plus one was already given. The only way for it to go to KTR plus two is that the candle has to close above KTR plus one. This one is very, very important. So everybody, you notice, right? It has to close above KTR plus one. So you can see market didn't go there and then pull back already. So now everyone, question comes in. If the market now do a CCYR here and it breaks below OP, where do you think it will go next? Look at the chart right now. The market has went to KTR plus one, the first standard deviation. Now it pulls back. It goes below the OP. So where would it go? 80 to 85%. Where would it go? Please key. Where is it? Wow, that was very fast. All right, Joe, you came in very fast. KTR minus one. Winnie also, Jake also, Wilfred also. Excellent. Yo, that's it. Very good. Now, remember, at the start of the day, when the market opens here, right? KTR plus one will be fully automated. KTR minus one is also fully automated by the system. By the system. It's not me telling you what to do, see chart, see this, see that. I don't do that. The system automatically come out the number. So guys, look at how crazy is this. Oh my goodness. Look at it. The low of the day at that point smashed right down. Chun Chun hit the KTR minus one and rebound. This is why how crazy the system is. we are able to dictate the market potential level right at 6 a.m. While this whole thing only happened at about 9 a.m. By 9:30 a.m., then the market started to do a CCYR. But yet at 10 a.m. approximately, the market hit the KTR minus one. And the crazy part is it actually stays there and rebounded. Oh my God. So you understand why itself I told you there's an 80 to 85% chance the market will hit KTR plus one or minus one. Do you find it amazing? Yes or no, right? This is how it works. Okay, very crazy. So now if you look at it again on the side, the market stays below OP, right? Okay, after that, the market just couldn't go above OP. So all the CCYR, if you want to trade, then you must aim for it to go below KTR minus one. So for that itself, right, you see later on, when the market basically stays below OP and do a trade below CCYR, the market goes for KTR minus two. And look at it again. This is exactly where the market went and stopped there as usual. This is why I love my system to the maximum. And now if I put in my diamonds again, everyone take a look. Woo! Look at it. If you know what is diamond, you will know that if I draw a line like this, you will know what to do. If I draw a line like this, you know what to do. If I draw a line like this, you know what to do, right? Look at it. So that was why when gold was basically hovering here, someone called me and asked this question, Cal, do you think gold will go up? I say no. Why? Because it's below OP. Number two, when the market, we have a diamond, right? You notice that the market just refused to go above the diamond. So I told my friend, if you believe in me, the moment the market stays below the KTR minus one, it will go to KTR minus two, 3316. Now, if you look back in the Telegram on Thursday, we also remember telling you about 3316. And then look at gold really come down. Despite fundamental, it's supposed to be buy. People call for buy. People say you'll go higher, but we stick to one principle. Below OP, right? We just sell. All clear? If all clear, press number 14, 1, 4 right now. All right, so this is why I say, guys, once you get the basic foundation, then you add in the diamonds, the rest is easy already. Okay? All right, very simple, yeah? How to calculate KTR? This one is house secret. All right, this is my secret. How I calculate that itself. It's the opening price of the day multiplied by the formula that I created. And this formula is all right. I'll update this every 3 months to see whether do I need to fine tune. So this system itself, if you take notice, is version 10.4 already. So every 3 months to 6 months, I will update the KTR and make it even tighter and better until we have a very good, stable system itself. All right, so that is the answer for you, Joe. All right. Okay, so that is the KTR, all clear. So the KTR can work for both sides, upside and downside. So let me bring you to oil last Thursday. Now I was in Indonesia speaking to one of people there, and I said that you can buy crude oil, and I gave a specific number, $62.80. I say that if crude oil can stay above $62.80, crude oil is a buy. And last Thursday, we are in profit already. Now crude oil is $64.20. We're up $1. All right, up $2, sorry, up $2 already. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, about that. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened. Okay, so take a look, everyone. This is crude oil. Crude oil opening price is here. Okay, how do I know it's opening price, right? Because the vertical line is here. The vertical line will start the day. The vertical line will start the day. The horizontal is the opening price of the day. I repeat, the vertical is the start of the day. The horizontal is the price of the opening price of the day. So guys, what should I concentrate again? Above OP, CCRY, right? Above OP, CCRY, right? and my target is KTR plus 1. You see, given. So if I buy straight away, plus 1 is given. Pretty cool, right? Yes, that's how it works. Okay, so every day, if you do this, there's an 80 to 85% chance that you can make money in the market. Yeah. All right. So that is the crude oil price with the KTRs. All right. So KTR, oops. Okay, I done the KTR. So the KTR itself got how many levels? Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Now everyone take a look. So the KTR calculation is like this. Once the market opens, there'll be KTR plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3. There'll be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. The system itself will only have 6 levels. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. There are only 6 levels in total. So some of you will ask this question, Cal, why don't you have level 4, level 5, level 6? Okay, let me explain this to you. Please listen. Now, every day for market to go to KTR plus 1 or minus 1, the probability is 80 to 85%. To go to plus 2 or minus 2 is 60 to 65%. To plus 3 to minus to minus 3 is only 40 to 45%. So basically, in short itself, right, for a market to go more than KTR plus 3 usually means the market is very bullish for the day. So be careful, don't short the market. Now, I know that some seniors, they tell the juniors that, oh, Kelsey plus 3 is the highest level. So what we do, we just sell here lah. Just sell above plus 3, we very safe. This is a very, very wrong statement, my friend. Don't misquote me. I already tell you this. Normal day plus 3 or minus 3 is good enough. If you want to go beyond plus 3 itself, right, it's very scary because it can U-turn anytime. Anytime. But the thing is this, it can also go all the way to the sky. Now, FYI, I ever since once whereby crude oil plunge minus 17 KTR. Minus 17 KTR. 17. So imagine if you go and buy, you burst your account. I ever seen Dow Jones recently, right, up by 21 KTR. 21 KTR, right? Because of the Dow Jones with the Donald Trump thing, it went up by 2,600 points. So that is where you shouldn't be using any form of KTR. So that's stick with this principle. That's all you need to do. All right. Only when the market is very strong and it stays above 1 KTR, then you'll go to the next KTR. Can you see that? Oh, so this one is very important. But once you go KTR plus 3, please do not even harbor the thoughts of trading unless you are holding since start of the day. Then you can continue to hold. But please do not take it as a point to short the market. That's very, very dangerous. Okay, so we are done with KTR. KTR is only for M5. All right, it will work best for M5. M1 is only for Hang Seng. Hang Seng have KTR also. Now, of course, you ask, is the KTR available for the lower time frame? Now, very simple. I show you now straight rather than I tell you, right? So you see, this is KTR for M5. Now, I change it to M15. You wait for a while. Right? Do you see that? The M15, the KTR are still the same. The same number there, $63.74 for even 15-minute chart. If I change to 30-minute chart, right? Let's take a look. You will notice that, right, the KTR plus 3 is still the same. If I change to H1, the hourly chart, let's take a look. All right, the KTR is still the same. If we change to hourly 4, all right, what happened? What happened? Can you notice now? When you go to hourly 4 itself, right, the KTR will be missing already because it's 4 hours per quarter already. It's not make sense. So that's why you're based on the start of the month itself. So H4 onwards, there'll be no more KTR available. All clear? If all clear, press number 15. Of course, that means for day chart, of course, don't have lah. Day chart is day chart, ma. You don't need the KTR itself. Okay, So today is to show you everything about the system so that you can be clear on this. Okay. All right. So you're done. So the power of pivots. Now, what are pivots? Okay. Now, normally pivot story will take at least 1 hour to explain, but because today's a workshop, so I will not go into detail how we create a pivot, but to show you how to use the pivots, okay? All right, so now some of you may not know this. If you go to my chart right now, you'll notice that if you press this button called right click, you right click on the candle, you get to see this CRAZII system 10.4 properties, delete indicator, indicator list. Now you press this thing here as well, right? You will notice this box will come out. Now by default, this box will be both are true. Show KCB and show pivot is true. So what you'll see on your screen, you'll see the pivot like this. Okay, you see a pivot like this. But sometimes people don't like the pivot. That's why they can go to the right click on this and then they can change away the pivot to not to show or the KCB not to show. Okay, this is for people who want the chart to be clean. Yeah. Okay, so let me explain to you what are pivots. Okay, let me explain this to you. Okay, so pivot one is known to be the resistance level. To make it simple, resistance level. Then the pivot 2 is a support level. Now this pivot will change every single day. This pivot will change every single day. So how does it work? Very simple. If the market opens and trade above RL and goes up, right? That means that the resistance has been broken. It will go higher. Okay? But if the market reverse and break resistance, we call it as resisted. Resisted. So the market will sell. Can you understand this? So in short, the rule of thumb is above OP, above pivot 1, buy. This is called a classic buy. If it's below OP, below pivot, then we will sell. Okay, so all clear? So in this case, right, you can see the market breaks above the resistance. So it went up first. But once it comes back down, this is where you sell. Very similar to your diamond line itself, but just that this is calculated by the market. All clear? If all clear, press number 16 right now. Now I need you to participate so that you won't fall asleep. I see about an average of 20 people will text the numbers. Then the remaining don't know why you are sleeping. Okay, but because it's not a physical class, I cannot force you, I cannot wake you up. So your choice, yeah? I'm drinking a lot of water. Okay, so all clear, yeah? Okay, so now let me ask you a question. If the market breaks above resistance, we do CRY to buy, right? So sorry, my handwriting horrendous, yeah, because of the mouse. So when the market breaks above the pivot 1, we'll use CRY to buy. So it goes up all the way. So when it comes down, we'll use CCYR. Okay, all clear? Yeah, very simple, yeah? Okay, so that's the case. Let's just look back into the 5-minute chart. Okay, and then we just see whether how can we trade on the Dow Jones as of Thursday. Okay, all right. Now, when you're doing changing of the time frame and it's not moving, don't hurry and press around. It will crash the system itself. You just have to click the thing and wait for a while. Now, how do you know your system is jammed, right? Look at the top left corner, the market watch, right? You see the timing, it's not moving, right? Don't touch. Then you see the hourglass is moving already, right? Don't touch the screen anymore. Let it be. Wait for a while because of the transmission. And then, of course, now we are on a very heavy internet. So that's why you can see it slowed down, yeah? So don't touch anything. Just relax a little bit. Okay, once it's done, it will populate out. Then you will have your thing ready. Then your time will move, okay? So don't do anything silly in between, yeah? Okay, guys, take a look. This is why I say my system is really simple, easy, and very consistent. Let's take a look. So first of all, this is the OP of the day, right? This is pivot 1. Pivot 1 is a resistance level, right? So you see what happened. The market purposely come down. Wow, chun chun stop there. And then after that itself, you notice the market refused to go down below pivot one. So that means that the market came down, touched pivot one, and then rebounded. That means that the market is a buyer. So as a buyer itself, once it crossed above the OP of the day, wow, look at it, the market just shoot up. Clear? Okay. So now what happened? The market reached a pivot, it's an epic high and come back down, right? Okay. So what happened? First of all, it loses MLP. Then second of all, it loses the OP. The third one, you can see the market stopped exactly at the pivot, and then after that, it crashed down. So when the market go up above pivot, you buy pivot one, right? But when it come back down, it breaks the pivot, you really have to sell. All clear? You really have to sell. All right, so that's how the pivot one is as a resistance. Above you buy, below you sell. All clear? If all clear, press number 17. Okay, very good. Now I'll try and find for you the one that have a support, but I don't think there's any level that's supported on Friday. Let me see. Okay, I don't have it right now. Let me just try to give you an example. Oh, we don't have that. Okay, never mind. I will just draw the same thing. Now, pivot one, if it goes through, it's a buy. Pivot one, yeah. So if it goes up and come down, this will be a sell. Okay, very simple drawing. So pivot two is pivot two. So when it hits there and go down, this is a sell. If it hits and recover, this will be a buy. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 18. Okay, excellent. All right, so this one's a very simple thing. I'll find for your example later after the lunch break. I got my compilation of all my old charts I have. Okay, today don't have the new one, yeah? Okay, then you notice this, guys. Hey, wait a minute. Normally P1 on top, P2 below, right? Okay. This is what the usual function will be. Pivot on one on top, pivot two at the bottom, resistance support, right? So what happened? How come got this one this is opposite direction? Why like that? Now, because this pivot itself is a mathematical calculation. So what it does is that sometimes because of the chart momentum, the way the chart is being done, the pivot will change polarity. The pivot will change polarity. So what does it mean? What it means is that right now, pivot two is actually pivot one is actually pivot two. Can you see that? So same thing, if the market breaks above pivot two, in this case, it's still a buy. Vice versa, if it's basically pivot one is not pivot two, then it will come down instead. So you ask a question, then what's the difference between pivot one and pivot two, and what's this one called? This is called the inverse pivot. Inverse. Okay, inverse pivots. So by right, the market should always stay between these two areas for the day itself because it's inverse pivot. But if the market cross above the pivot two or go below the pivot one, then the buying will come in again. So the selling will come in again. So normally we see pivot two or pivot one inverse, right? Normally we don't trade unless it cross pivot two or unless it cross pivot one. All right, all clear? If all clear itself, press number 19. So I repeat myself, for inverse pivot day, usually the market will go sideways unless it cross pivot two or it goes down below pivot one in this inverse pivots. All right, the normal pivot is very simple. The inverse pivot is very unique. And of course, what is unique, right? So if the market cross pivot to $62.68, the upside will be strong. And that's what you saw on Thursday, where the up market was very strong indeed itself. Okay, all clear, yeah? Okay. Oh, I only see a few. 19, right? Susan, 18 or 19. Okay, yeah, 19, yeah? Okay, so never mind if you cannot remember this. As long as it's above, you buy. If it's below, you sell. If it cracks, pull back here, you sell. Cracks, recover, here you buy. As simple as that. Okay, so that is the pivots. Now, if you have a pivot that combined with color change and combined with a diamond, oh my God, this is going to really go to the sky. So let's take a look. Now, I was asked this question on Thursday, and a student texted me this. I said that you saw the pivot. They say yes. Then I told them, say, then do what you need to do. So let's take a look at the 5-minute chart on last Thursday. Yeah. All right. So same thing again. Take a look at the pivots. Oh gosh, this is really crazy stuff. Let's take a look. Can you see it? Yes. This is the pivot two in this case. Let me make it smaller for you. Take a look. Yeah. Okay. So this is OP of the day, right? So above OP, we must buy and only use CCRY. Agree? Okay. So do you notice that this area here itself, there's a cluster of diamonds everywhere? All right. And we have the rule, right? Above OP, CCRY to buy. And then after that, you know, the diamond rule. I'm jumping ahead of time again. As long as the market diamond is there, once you break above it, it's a buy. So when I saw a cluster of diamonds resting here itself, I told my friend, crude oil is about to shoot up already. And truth be told, after that, the market just blasts all the way to the sky. There was no wars. There was no Donald Trump. The market was talking about recession. The Dow Jones was down. So again, you can see a standalone on its own when the crude oil price actually has the diamonds and it's above the pivots, plus it's also above OP. All clear? If all clear, press number 20 right now. All right. So from here itself, right, you all notice that the system itself is always repeating the same thing over and over again, talking about OP, talking about CCRY, CCYR, then the technique, we have MLP, we have the pivots right now. Now the KTRs are for profit level, yeah? KTR 1, 2, 3, KTR minus 1, 2, 3 are all for profit level. So the summary of what we have been talking until now. Very straightforward, yeah? No, no, no. What? I need internet coming. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is the thing here. Sorry. I later what I do is that maybe later I use my 3G will be better. Maybe it'll be better to do the hotspot. Then maybe it will work better. I'll just try later during the break time. Okay. All right. So let me just find for you another example before we move on. Okay. So this is the Nikkei. Take a look at Nikkei. Now this Nikkei, the pivot one is 33,825. The diamond haven't come yet. The diamond is in the afternoon. I'm just jumping the gun to make people a bit more excited for the afternoon session. For those who have been participating with me with the diamonds itself, right? You already can see the power already, right? Later during a break time, you can play around with it. For those who are very new today, apology to jump the gun on a diamond. I sincerely apologize. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's just go back to this one here. Let's look at the Nikkei chart itself. Now, I would love to go into the Japan market. Japan market, a lot of the ladies are all the very strong stocks and currency trader. So if we can actually, bring crazy to Japan, oh my God, it will be so crazy. You cannot imagine that itself. And I love Japan very much. It's a beautiful country. The culture is beautiful. Everything is good about that. Okay, let's take a look at Japan before we go to the next market. Next topic, yeah? Okay, guys, take a look. Yeah, can. Okay, so you can see over here, we have a very clear one. The OP of the day and the pivot was the same. So same thing, when the market is above OP and is above pivot 1 and the CCRY, yellow, red turns to yellow, bang, 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 all the way up itself. And if you notice this, after that, all the CCRY, if you follow the rule, CCRY, 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 look at it. The market keep on going up. So a lot of people on Thursday lost money on Nikkei. Why? Initially, they bought Nikkei here. Then when the market goes up, they took profit. But when the Nikkei Okay, sorry guys, it dropped just now once again. I need later during the break time, I will switch to my 3G instead, yeah? Yeah, because just now my daughter closed the door and straight away the meter just cut. Yeah, okay, never mind, it's okay. We just be patient with this. Technology has limits, yeah? Okay, can you see my Nikkei chart again? Can see, right? Can you see that, Susan? Okay, thank you. Okay, so guys, so people who trade Nikkei, they bought here initially, then after they sell here for profit, that was a very easy thing. But after that, when Nikkei goes up, all right, I heard from my friends who in the other places, like other schools or other broking company, they lost money on Nikkei because they keep on shorting the Nikkei because they think it's overbought. But if you follow the rule of thumb, above OP, above pivot 1, anything above it, just do CCRY to buy. CCRY to buy. And you see this CCRY, this is CCRY, this is CCRY, this is CCRY. Can you see that? So never fight the system. Throw away overbought. Throw away oversold. I know by doing that it's not easy because we have been using overbought, oversold methodology for the longest of time. But do you realize that 99.99% of the whole traders all use this overbought, oversold technique and they lose money? So think about this for a moment. If you still want to repeat the same thing and over again, you're going to lose money yourself. Now, I'm not against overbought or oversold. It does have its merits. It does have its credits to work. But if you notice on the long haul, this always happens. Let me share this on a side note itself. You see, when we trade, we buy. If the market is doing this sideways consolidation, you sell here, you buy here, you sell here, you buy here. Now this looks beautiful and excellent, but there will always be a time the market will go through the sky. And if you sell here, you are dead. If you sell here, you are dead. You sell here, you are dead. Do you understand? And this is a classic overbought signal, but the market kept going up. Vice versa. When the market is sideways, and then after it crashed right down, all the way down, you buy here, you die, you buy here, you are dead, you buy here some more, you're really dead, right? So that is why the boys make money from us. But if you look at it from our side of story, we just follow where the boys is going. Regardless, here we will sell, here we will buy, here we will sell, here we will buy, but here we will buy and we will not sell. Can you see the difference there? When we buy here, the price goes higher, right? We don't care anything. We let go. Our hands are off the brakes. we let it run. But the people who are outside, they'll try their best to think of a way to sell, and that is where it kills them. Do you agree with my sharing? If you agree, press 21. If you think you don't agree, press no. It's okay. If you disagree what I just shared, press no. It's fine. All right. Oh, okay. All 21. Or only 10 of you The rest not around. Okay. All right. I'm not going to go dwell into this anymore. All right. So we have covered the daily KTR. We have covered the power of pivots. Now we are going to do the MA30 to MA200. Hey, wait, Kel, you're going very fast, right? The time now only 11:15. You almost covered everything. Correct. I will keep on covering with speed as long as the class can follow. And then after that, it's all right. I'll revise again so that you all have a full idea. Okay, because we have a very big variety of classes here of people understanding. I know some of you are very new to the market. Some are very veteran in the market. Wow, very big displacement here as well. So I need to pull to the middle ground. So if I do it too slowly, the crowd will fall asleep. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm doing that. So now we'll take a break because it's already 11:07 on my side. And since I got an internet issue, I'm going to just give a break right now for you to freshen up a little bit. And then after that, I'll come back and I'll flip my screen, my handphone, my thing to this my 3G, and hopefully that will be better. Okay. All right. So let's try. We just try everything we can. All right. So we'll take a break right now. Please be back here at 11:17. Please be back here. Okay. All right. Someone asked me a very interesting question. Can I smoke in front of you, Cal? Of course you can. This is your house. Yeah.